All right, crew, what's up? It is Thursday's workout. You have, the birds. You have got, let's put this door up. It's musty in here. It's working outside all day. A 10-minute carry followed by 3 accumulating, okay, so it's a 10-minute carry. Jeez Louise. Followed by accumulating 3 minutes in these different plank positions. Regular plank, side plank on the right, side plank on the left, and then Chinese plank or bridge. You can break it up however you need, but you got to complete 3 minutes of each of those 4 holds, and then you have another 10-minute carry. So the carry can be a lot of different things. You can do a farmer carry, right? And even if you only have one weight, and again, like I've said it over and over, but it's tried and true. You want to make heavy farmer carry, put cooking books in a bag, carry those. Load your backpack up, right, with cooking books. Bricks that are out in the yard, right? Whatever you can find. Add some weight into your bag and then carry your backpack on one arm, carry it on the other, right? You can hold here. We do our front rack hold a lot, right? We can hold at the chest. That's a great core strengthener. Or at the belly, you can just walk, hold like this, another great one. The things that we want to do are just avoid like the weaker position. So if you find that you're walking nice and strong and then after a couple minutes you're carrying it, but you're like, I'm gonna hold on as long as I can, that's not really helping you get better. It's just overstressing different parts of your body that shouldn't be supporting that load, right? So you need a little bit of a break, switch it up. You're doing your carry here, right? And this 10 minutes can be whatever you want. I've got the wheelbarrow loaded right now, and so that's gonna be my 10-minute carry. Is I'm gonna walk that back and forth because I gotta take care of some more work, right? After the 10 minutes, we've got 3 minutes you're accumulating in plank, right side plank, left side plank, and Chinese plank, or our bridge. So first, plank position. Let's talk about a few important pieces. The biggest thing to know that your core is staying active, or not the biggest thing, maybe a simple cue to make sure you're in really good position, is once you find the top of your push-up, and I'm going to talk you through it, you're going to keep your feet hip width apart, right? So they're not super wide in their spread, but I'm going to bring my feet pretty close together. And then your hands are shoulder width apart, but if I'm leaving them out here, then I'm losing tension in my core because I'm able to actually brace between my shoulders pushing me backwards rather than holding me up off the ground. So if I bring these arms more directly under me and actually send my weight over my fingertips, your belly has to squeeze more to catch and create that counterbalance of pulling you back over, right? That's how those incredible gymnasts are on rings doing like front levers and holding their body parallel, is it's that tension through their core and lats all becoming one. So that's what you want to do, is grip the ground nice and tight and send your weight up over those fingertips so that your knuckles are white, holding your weight. Woo! Break as you need, moving on. Our side plank, we get elbows stacked right under shoulder. Again, if I'm really high up, then your shoulder and neck are gonna take a lot of the pressure and your core isn't gonna be active. So elbows right under my shoulder. Oh, I didn't even mention the cue for the plank, right? I totally passed it up after I talked about the setup, but this is gonna be the cue for all of them, so I'll use it on this one. Elbow is under shoulder, and I start this back leg, my top leg is a kickstand, and then bottom leg is straight, right? Pushing through the side of my foot, sending some weight on top of that elbow. I'm gonna use this leg to drive up and get myself nice and set in a straight line. Some of you may be here and you're like, oh boy, I'm working, and you can just feel it already. If that's you, you're gonna do your 3 minutes working here. If you've got the balance and strength, get that other leg over top, and we're holding, right? Not just staying up and sagging and just kind of getting through it, but squeeze your butt. That's the cue to make sure that your belly is active. Squeeze your butt. If you don't, if those glutes are relaxed, there's a chance that your back could be taking too much pressure, you're losing position, your rib cage is open and exposed. I talked about that in a few other videos. And so, man, it's a cue we use often in the gym, but if you flex and squeeze your butt, that's gonna pull your hips right underneath your spine and set your lower body in a good neutral position for you to engage and have more opportunity to feel your belly work, right? So you should always be feeling a ton of heat. After you do your right side plank, left side plank. So the kickstand, that's that important modification if you need it. If your shoulder is bugging you, then we can do a right side farmer carry hold for 3, right side farm or left side farmer carry hold for 3 to get that core work there. Or you could do some Russian twists. Why don't we call it, man, 3 minutes of a side plank is a lot. So I would say you've got to do anywhere between like 60 to 100 Russian twists. If 60 sounds doable, do 100. If 60 sounds crazy, do 60. Okay. And then Chinese plank or our bridge. Chinese plank is where I would get a box, 2 boxes set apart, but I realize that's kind of tough for people. Maybe you have 2 chairs that you can set up. One chair or box is going to have your heels digging in, and then the other is going to have your shoulders bracing through, so that you're basically doing a plank that's upside down. Works your posterior chain. Shoulders on the box, heels on my other box, and then that last cue I was talking about, squeeze your butt, boom, sets your hips in line, turns on my hamstrings, and now my posterior chain is working. If I bend my knees, you're disengaging, so you gotta lock your knees out, right? Same thing, I'm gonna squeeze my feet together and point my toes straight across the room like I'm staying straight as an arrow. Squeeze my butt, everything in my lower body should be super lit up, okay? If that's too much, if you can't keep your knees locked out, if you can't keep your butt up in the air and your body straight as an arrow like that, drop your feet up off of the chair and do a bridge. Let's hold here for 3 minutes. That's gonna be plenty of hard work. You get done, man, get back on a carry. Maybe this time for your 10 minutes, you're gonna hold that weight overhead, which you can't see in camera right now, but I'll be carrying this weight stacked straight over my shoulder. Maybe I'll go back to that front rack or do the boombox hold, holding a little bit right on the shoulder there as you're walking down your street looking like a weirdo, but a fit weirdo, so that's what's important. This is one where your warm-up can be in that first 10-minute carry. You know, holding weight, especially if I always start with the belly hold. It's a really good engager of obviously my core. That's what this whole day is about. But because it compresses against my lungs, I really have to focus on breathing. And when you focus on breathing, you just improve circulation, you improve your thought process, clarity. It helps you start your workout in a really good way. So that first 10-minute hold, treat it like your workout. Don't get the heaviest weight and start going right away, but build throughout the 10 minutes. Kind of change the holds that you're doing. And then if you really want to test yourself at the end and do a 10-minute belly carry with a 100-pound sandbag or whatever you got, if you have barbells, you can do a Zercher hold where it's across your elbows. That's a great carry to practice. Or a front rack hold, right? Back rack, any of that. In the second 10 minutes, after you've done all the other core stuff, push yourself, see what you can hang on to and build some real good strength. I hope you have a great Thursday. Miss y'all, and I'll see you in Friday's video.